The other one is the injuries. We always hear with the 49ers, hey, look, man, they're healthy. They're as good as any team in the league. If they're healthy, watch out. And there's some truth to that, but it seems like with the Niners, with the exception of 2023, they're often not healthy, not particularly healthy, or more injured than most teams. And it's either bad luck or maybe it's possibly the players the Niners invest in. Let me run this by you. They're always talking about tough players that they draft. This guy, like the quarterback they drafted, this guy played the whole season with the torn ACL. This is incredible. He's the toughest guy of all time. Or the first round pick they got, Michael Williams, played the whole year on a high ankle sprain. And no, his numbers weren't that good, but imagine how good they would have been if he had been healthy. And the fact that he practiced and played when he was hurt just shows his toughness. Obviously, toughness is a great trait for a football player, but it's possible. There's another trait that's very important for football players: the ability to play football without getting hurt. And I don't know if the Niners have enough guys like that. I know it sounds kind of, it's like, hey, it's a brutal sport and weird things happen, but it seems like the best of the best, some of the best athletes in the world have this ability to play football year in and year out and just show up every week and be healthy. And I don't know that the Niners really value that trait enough. I don't know.
They seem to draft people in key positions who've been hurt, like this Michael Williams. Iggy, is he working out with the team?
He's hurt now. He's got a hamstring injury.
So did he participate in the mini camp?
No.
And he's the first round
week
pick.
of OTAs, and they shut him down.
Well, that does validate your point. It's not good.
He was hurt in college. He's hurt in the NFL.
Yeah, it's not good when your first round draft pick is not doing mini camp. A lot of other people are.
And it's like, look at the second round pick. Alfred Collins, a defensive tackle. He's supposed to be really good. Big guy who can move. Problem is he has a calf injury, and he had it before the draft. He injured it. He re-aggravated it during his pro day. The Niners were fully aware, and they thought, this guy's tough. We like him. We're going to bring him in. Problem is they have to teach him their scheme and their wide nine techniques, and he missed OTAs, rookie minicamp, and minicamp. So he's behind the curve, and he's supposed to start. He's their second-round pick. It's a lot like Kinlaw. They drafted Kinlaw. They knew he had a knee injury. It was flagged at the combine. It was an issue at the Senior Bowl, and they thought, man, this guy's so tough. He's playing through this knee injury. Yeah, he is tough, but it's also an issue. Prize Picks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now.
So, Iggy, it seems like a question of philosophy that from your point of view, you would be cautious about drafting people like that. And from their point of view, it's almost a good thing if they're hurt and play through it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because maybe they feel like, our guys are going to be hurt and there's nothing we can do. It's the NFL. It's brutal. We need guys who are willing to play through it. There's probably a lot of truth to that, but maybe they should look at it a different way, that there are certain players who are inherently good at avoiding the big hit, the injury. Of course, there's always going to be some fluky things that happen that you can't avoid. But it seems like the Niners, like right now, if they're healthy this season, okay, well, Ayuk's hurt now. Jawan Jennings is hurt now. Ricky Pearsall is hurt right now. The first round pick's hurt. The second round pick's hurt. Kind of par for the course.
And Iggy, may I add that the running back, McCaffrey, has been hurt, and we don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
They say he's all the way back. We'll see. And I hope he is. Don't get me wrong. But I can't guarantee that he's all the way back. In fact, I'm going to tell our viewers something I told you yesterday. I spoke to a doctor yesterday who is involved in sports medicine. And he said it is so competitive at the top levels. If McCaffrey has lost as little as 3%, he may not be effective any longer. He's not said that he's lost 3%. He said if he's lost 3%, we don't know where he's at. And it could be that microscopic. So I would include him on the question and on a list of questionables, Ziggy.
Yeah, from my not so trained eye, well, looking at OTAs and minicamp, give him credit for being there and being a full participant. He didn't seem like as fast and quick and explosive as he did 2-3 years ago. At the end of minicamp, he did a press conference, and he really had something interesting to say. He said basically he approached OTAs and minicamp as like extended rehab. and that he just wanted to prove to himself that he could go through an entire offseason without missing a practice. To me, he's saying like he hasn't even really kicked it into full gear yet. He's just trying to prove to himself that he can do what he couldn't do last year, practice for a month without getting hurt. And he just did that.
Right. Right. And God love him for it.
Mhm.
But it also means he doesn't know what's going to happen in a game when he asks for the fifth gear.
Right.
Will it be
And
there?
he's not going to do that now. You'd be stupid to do it now. But there's an unknown.
Yeah.
And he can't be effective cruising in fourth gear the rest of his career.
No, because that's the 3% you lose or more.
Yes. Yeah. And he's not Frank Gore.
No, it's a different kind. Anyway, they have a lot of hurt people and they have some questionable people. Now, is every team in the league like that? I haven't done a study. I have a feeling they're at the high end, Iggy.
And I think what's so weird and ironic about it is that this is something that ultimately got Trent Baalke fired. And he became almost like a joke. Oh, here goes Baalke. But does this guy have a torn ACL? Let me guess. What's wrong with the latest guy he drafted? And that was, we made fun of him for that. He leaves. Lynch comes in. It's year 9 of Lynch and Kyle. And they do a lot of the same things, bringing in guys who are hurt. And they kind of phrase it as like it's a good value or he's tough. Yeah, that's true. But if you do that too much, you have the same issue that Baalke had. Hurt players who, it's like college football is very fast and violent, but NFL football is exponentially faster and more violent. And if you had trouble staying on your feet and staying out of the training room in college, well, good luck in the NFL.
Yeah.